It wasn't one storm, but a series of storms that has caused so much damage. It began yesterday morning. A low-pressure system in the Mississippi Valley pulling warm air up from the Gulf and cold air down from Canada. Thunderstorms and tornadoes forming where the two air masses collided. Compared again with a hurricane where winds of 150 miles an hour are extraordinary, tornadoes carry winds of up to 300 miles an hour. Yesterday afternoon, 4 of those tornadoes hit Huntsville, Alabama, killing 17 people, injuring more than 400 others. Here's Al Dale.
The tornado struck suddenly at rush hour. A tornado watch had been in effect, but no real warning until just before the twister slammed into the city's southeast side.
Come on, y'all, do it for us.
By nightfall, rescue workers had begun pulling bodies out of the rubble. Most were found in a demolished shopping center and an apartment complex that had collapsed. Some died in cars that were tossed hundreds of feet. Toby Gamblin's apartment collapsed, pinning him and his fiancée under heavy debris for 3 hours before they were finally rescued. In their hospital beds today, the couple thanked their rescuers for saving their lives.
If I come across them, I'm cooking them dinner. I mean, big feast. Thanksgiving dinner at my place.
I thought I was going to die.
This kindergarten teacher threw herself on top of several children to protect them as the tornado ripped their school apart. Some were hurt, but none seriously.
What was going through your mind at the time?
Just not to let the kids die and to let us survive.
While rescue workers searched for survivors, the temperature dropped from 73 degrees to 30, and snow began to fall.
So we don't need this right now.
Officials here say this is the worst natural disaster in Alabama since 1974, when tornadoes ripped through the state, killing more than 70 people. Al Dale, ABC News, Huntsville, Alabama.
Right now we're going to take a look at some of the photographs that were shot earlier this morning. Chief Photographer Keith Lohorn went up with WZYP's Captain, or Commander Dave, I should say. What you're looking at right now is a view going down, I believe that is Airport Road right there. Each time we look at this, it looks different. We have a hard time getting our bearings. If you will, just bear with me. I'll try to do the best I can for pinpointing what locations of buildings that used to be there. Those are the professional buildings there in front of Crestwood Hospital. They, of course, the roof ripped off and just completely destroyed. What you're looking at is what used to be Gates Cleaners, and there's Faith Presbyterian Church right there on the corner of Whitesburg Drive and Airport Road. Moving back over to that area, there used to be a Gulf service station there on the corner. It's gone. You see some of the roof damage caused to the shopping center there. There is Trinity United Methodist Church. They were in the process of building a new sanctuary, and building there in front. You can see there at the back, the roof just completely gone off of the old sanctuary. Holy Spirit Catholic Church, a lot of damage there. The classrooms damaged. That's coming into view right now. There, the main sanctuary, and you can see some of the devastation that was caused by the tornado when it came through at 4:30 yesterday afternoon. A little bit later, we will show you some of the pictures of Jones Valley Elementary School. It was destroyed by the tornado. We have received word that teachers from Jones Valley will be going to Challenger schools, and they need all kinds of school supplies that people can donate. Also, late word that the elected PTA officers of Jones Valley, Challenger, and Mountain Gap schools will hold a meeting at 9 o'clock in the morning at Mountain Gap Middle School in the lunchroom.
And we'll come back in a few moments with more pictures for you. We'll be back in a moment.
Chief Photographer Keith Lohorn from News Center 19 and WZYP's Commander Dave have been up in the air again. These pictures brought back to the station just a few moments ago. I'm not sure, no, wait a minute, this is going east on Airport Road. There you see what used to be the Westbury Mall shopping center. Coming up, there's Colonial Bank right there. That is the, what is left, nothing left of the Chevron station that used to be there on the corner. This is, I believe, Holy Spirit Catholic Church and School. Obviously hard hit by the tornado. You are seeing these pictures along with me for the first time. As I said a moment ago, they just came back into the station with this video. Continuing on to the east on Airport Road, we're going to be coming up on, I believe that is Trinity Methodist, United Methodist Church, under construction there. There is a medical complex that you're flying over right now that was very hard hit. Crestwood Hospital is off just to the left. They did have some windows blown out, also some damage to the roof. Coming up on the intersection of Whitesburg and Airport Road, you see the gasoline station gone. There is another church, I believe it's a Presbyterian church on the corner. We're coming up on some townhomes. Well, right now we're going around, we're making a loop around the Presbyterian church there. You see the steeple that has been blown over by the force of the tornado as it came through the area. That is a relatively new building too. If I remember correctly, it was just built about 2 years ago. There is the little shopping center there at Whitesburg and Airport Road. Gates cleaners blown away. We're flying now around to the backside of Latham, or not Latham, Trinity, Trinity United Methodist Church. Now coming around to the back, heading back toward the west, going down Airport Road, and you see some of the damage. This is Holy Spirit Catholic Church and School right there. This is Westbury Mall. This is flying back toward the west. You see the sign almost in the center of your screen. It looks like that's the only thing that is left remaining standing in the entire shopping center complex. Everything else was level. The road, write it down at the bottom of your screen, all you see are concrete slabs. There used to be apartments there as part of the Waterford Square apartment complex. Not even hardly any rubble there. The debris just scattered all around. More units. It looks like that whole row behind the Waterford, behind the Westbury shopping mall, that entire row of apartments behind that area at Waterford Square just totally level. Nothing left but rubble. You see the sun coming up. A new day is dawning in the city of Huntsville. A day that many would hope would bring good news, that there were more survivors. 19 people dead right now, more than 485 injured. About 175 of those hospitalized, 307 treated and released since 4:30 yesterday afternoon. We're flying right over Airport Road now, looking back toward the southwest. Colonial Bank there in the lower right portion of your screen, what used to be the Chevron station there at the intersection. A little grocery store and shopping mart right there on the lower portion of your screen, the roof taken off part of that. A house right there on the corner in the lower right-hand portion. Flying back around now, looking at the destruction of Westbury Mall. Flying over once again what used to be apartments at the Waterford Square apartment complex. At least 8 confirmed fatalities alone in those apartments. A tornado that blew through around 4:30 yesterday afternoon, leaving a path of death and destruction and injuries. And we're going to take a look at some of the pictures that photographer Keith Lohorn shot about 30 minutes ago when he was up with ZYP's Commander Dave. This video coming in, just as I said, about 30 minutes ago, some of the destruction left behind in the path of the tornado that touched down around 4:30 yesterday afternoon in Huntsville. This one of the subdivisions that was hard hit. What you're taking a look at right now are some of the TVA power lines coming over Garth Mountain. As you can see, they were just toppled, snapped right in half, apparently by the tornado as it made its path down through that area. There you can see the path of the tornado where the trees are just blown down. That is Jones Valley Elementary School, or what was left of it. There, one of the houses, several houses, that were destroyed by the tornado as the tornado made its way through that the Greenwich subdivision. This is heading west on Carl T. Jones Road, coming over Garth Mountain. There you see some of the power lines that we were telling you about. Those power lines feeding major substations where the electricity is then distributed by TVA to all of the substations and then onto your homes. That is one of the church there. I can't remember the name of the church, but that is right there at the corner of Airport Road and Whitesburg. There used to be a service station there and also Gates Cleaners. There is the Winn-Dixie store. Moving on down in front of Crestwood Hospital, a medical complex there in front of Crestwood Hospital. The roof taken off, that is what used to be Westbury Mall right there. You're looking at where the Goldboro Big B store used to be. Of course, that structure just leveled by the tornado. One of the hardest hit areas in the entire path of the tornado. This is flying over the Westbury, or what used to be the Westbury apartment complex. It is now called Waterford Square. It looks like 2 rows of apartment units totally destroyed as the tornado made its path across that area. Southern Junior College right there, what used to be an old movie theater. This is flying back to the east now, coming up on the, there you see the Colonial Bank down there in the lower right-hand corner. We understand that the employees who were inside the bank, when they heard the tornado coming, they got in the vault. They locked themselves in the vault. They're all okay. This is the medical center there in front of the Crestwood Hospital. This is flying over Winn-Dixie now at the village on Whitesburg, and this is flying back toward the east over Airport Road, coming up on Whitesburg Drive right now. We're going to take a break from these...
Tires churning, alcohol burning, the muscle machines are back. Chevy trucks present the Extra Gold Super Series of Mud Racing. Von Braun Civic Center, this Friday and Saturday nights. See the fastest mud racers in the world. Unlimited class outlaws and hot rod truck mud racing. Gear-shattering axle-swapping power. Plus fierce handlebar-to-handlebar super motocross. Awesome airborne motorcycle action. There's more monster truck madness. Wheels standing showing off takes on metal-smashing heartbeat and 100% destruction. Mud racing, motocross, and monster trucks. We're turning all the horsepower loose.
It may be a while before 16-year-old Terry Lynn Frazier leaves Crestwood Hospital, but right now that's not a problem. Just 24 hours ago, she and her friend Toby were hanging on for their lives, trapped under tornado debris at her demolished Waterford Square apartment.
From what I've been told, we were buried under 15 feet of rubble. I think that if the sink hadn't fallen on me like it had, I probably would have been crushed and killed. So, I mean, the tragedy that my leg is in such bad shape is good because it saved me.
Today, those hospital workers who helped in the treatment of the injured experienced the calm after the storm, settling back into normal activity, but still remembering the devastation.
For a period of 3 hours, we had somewhere in the neighborhood of 100 patients who were processed through the emergency department.
Tornadoes darted the nation from the Midwest on down into the South beginning yesterday, with thunderstorms and tornado watches posted today for the Northeast. 19 people were injured and at least 200 evacuated from Palmetto, that's near Atlanta, Georgia, after a tornado hit 2 mobile home parks there. But the string of storms struck with deadliest effect in Huntsville, Alabama, where at least 17 people died when a tornado slashed a 3-mile path of destruction during last evening's rush hour. 460 people were injured and 1,000 were left homeless around Huntsville. As Aaron Hayes reports, Huntsville now faces a monumental task of rebuilding.
Toby, where's Terry? Is she okay? No, she's not okay.
All night long, rescuers worked desperately, gingerly pulling rubble by hand, hoping to find survivors underneath. But as the night drew to a close, there were no more signs of life.
There's no hope. I don't think I can talk about it.
It was clear by daybreak this tornado had exacted a terrible toll in its half-hour sweep through Huntsville.
If you're a property owner, you may stay on your own property. Otherwise, leave the area immediately.
Late today, the search for victims was still far from complete. Authorities cleared the streets so they could search remaining buildings and keep looters away. It's believed the force of the tornado blew buildings apart, dozens of them, with people inside, a school.
I hear wind blowing, and then I fell, and my leg got broke.
An entire apartment complex disappeared.
It's just totally gone.
The worst, the Westbury Mall, a shopping center yesterday, a field of rubble today.
The deadly silence and then the loud noise and then just the realization that we may be dead in a few seconds.
Nancy McManus and Robert Avery clung to a door as their office flew apart around them.
I was scared. I was definitely scared. I ain't gonna lie.
Many were caught off guard. Several were killed while still in their cars. Others were outside. The only tornado warning issued here was after the twister touched down.
We can't pinpoint the tornadoes where they're going to occur.
What happened to the warnings are past worries now for the hundreds here like Mary and Bob McLaughlin. Almost everything they had is gone overnight.
We have to move on. We can't live here.
They'll pick up what few pieces the tornado left them and start all over again. Aaron Hayes, CBS News, Huntsville, Alabama.
And still to come on your CBS Evening News, Ray Brady on why corporate...
This was about 2 hours after the rescue workers got there. Now, this is after we did the interview with Benny Sims. We heard of the call that there was someone alive in the rubble. This is at the apartment complex, so we went over there and we were part of the rescue. This is his name is Toby. Now, he told us that his girlfriend by the name of Terry was also in there, and about 15 minutes after he was rescued, out comes Terry. Both are okay. They are injured. I don't know the extent of their injuries, but they were taken to local hospitals. This is some of the water lines that were broken. See the silhouette shot? Those are actually rescue workers on the other side of the water, and this is some of the light reflection. There's some of the pile of the cars that we were talking about. That's located on Airport Road right there at the shopping center.
Bobby, do you know whether people were in those cars when that happened?
No, I never could find anyone. There's the state trooper car. It just goes to show that everybody, anybody can get damaged and injured in tornado situations like this.
Tornadoes do not discriminate.
No, state trooper cars, and matter of fact, they broke into that state trooper car trying to find equipment to maybe help rescue these people, because that state trooper car was about, maybe 30 or 40 yards from the rescue operation where we were.
Looked like matchbox cars.
Yeah.